Alright guys, this is a video response to edt1138's Top 3 Tuesday video featuring TheGameManDan. I hope I said all that right because it was one hell of a mouthful. Right, now TheGameManDan's question was, what is your top 3 favourite looking consoles? Sadly, I can't actually show my favourite looking console of all time because I don't own one, I've never owned one, and it would be the Panasonic Q. So I'm not going to include it in my list. All the consoles in my top 3 are actually broken consoles I have at the moment. I do have them all in working order over there, but I'm not unplugging them when I've got 3 perfectly detachable consoles to hand at the moment. And so ignore any dings and scratches that these have because they are doubles, they are consoles I intend on opening up to fix and then maybe mod. Right, anyway, let's get into it. At number 3 is the original Xbox. Now I've chosen this one simply because it is just over the top big. It is insanely heavy, stupidly heavy, and I'm glad I picked out my broken one anyway because my working one is actually a Crystal Edition, which I don't actually like that much. It's a working console, so obviously I'm going to use it, but aesthetically I really don't like the look of it. This, on the other hand, is just a stunning console. Just the green offsets it perfectly. The X is just so over the top. The grills on it are just so predominant. I don't know what else to say about it really. It's just a fantastic looking console, and I like huge things, and this is about as huge as it gets. At number 2 we've got the Sega Dreamcast. This thing I would describe as a cute console, even more so than the PS1. I'm not sure what it is I like about this, but the whole thing just reeks of style, even to the little dings that it's got around the disc tray. They're just there for no other reason than aesthetics as far as I'm aware. It's so slimlined and curved, it's got so much style. I love this thing. I love the way it looks regardless of how it plays. I'm trying not to be biased towards my favourite consoles here. I'm trying to go in looks alone, and this is just a beautiful machine. And at number 1 we've got the Nintendo Gamecube. Now I couldn't pick a colour, so I'm showing both. They're both broken ones anyway. I've used purple one as my main one over there. You can probably see it underneath my arm. But the reason I choose this as number 1 is, well, one, it's one of the most awesome consoles I've ever seen. It just looks fantastic. I just love these things. I love how the centre plate is detachable and you can change it with your own. Let's see if I can actually remember how to remove it because it has been quite a few years since I did it. There we go. I love how you can replace that with your own image and your own design. I remember I used to have a Zelda one that came free with a magazine back in the day. I can't remember what magazine, it was probably Games Master or something like that. But the thing I love most about this is the hype to do with this console when it was released was mainly towards the console's looks and appearance. All the adverts were about how small this console was, and in all seriousnness, it's really not that small. There are smaller consoles out there, and I mean namely the PS1. This is actually quite big in that standard, but it's just very cool. I mean, it looks like a lunchbox. I mean, if I could mod one of these to actually be a lunchbox, I'd be a very happy guy. Anyway, this is a short video from me. There weren't much to say, but it was on the console's looks rather than how they play. I thought I'd do a video response because I really like what edt1138 is doing. The big guy giving the little guy a say is always a good thing, no matter on what scale. Either way, cheers guys, enjoy. Go check out both of their channels. They'll be in the description alone.